Imagine you're building a house. You wouldn't just start laying bricks without a plan, right? You need to know how many rooms, the size of the kitchen, and where the windows go. Software development is similar. Requirement elicitation is like creating blueprints for software. It's about figuring out exactly what the software needs to do and who it's for. Without clear requirements, we risk building the wrong thing. It's like building a beautiful house with no front door. Nobody wants software that doesn't solve the right problem or work the way users expect. Gathering requirements helps us avoid wasted time, effort, and resources. It keeps everyone on the same page, from developers to designers to the people who will actually use the software. Think of it like baking a cake. You wouldn't just throw ingredients together, would you? You need a recipe. Requirements are the recipe for our software project. They tell us what ingredients or features we need and how to combine them to create something delicious and satisfying. So, before we start coding, let's make sure we have a solid understanding of what we're building and why. So, what are we trying to achieve when we gather requirements? It's all about understanding, clarity, and agreement. First, we need to really listen to our stakeholders. Stakeholders are anyone who has a vested interest in the software, like users, customers, managers, and developers. We want to understand their needs, expectations, and any constraints they might have. It's like interviewing the family that will live in our house. We need to know how many bedrooms they need, if they like to cook, and if they have any pets. Second, we need to define the boundaries of our project, what's included and what's not. It's like drawing a fence around our construction site. We need to know where our responsibilities begin and end. Third, we need to identify all the specific things the software needs to do. These are our requirements. It's like making a list of all the rooms, appliances, and fixtures our house needs. We want to be as detailed as possible to avoid any surprises later on. Finally, we want to make sure everyone understands and agrees on the requirements. This shared understanding is crucial for a successful project. It's like having everyone sign off on the blueprints before construction begins. This helps prevent misunderstandings and costly rework down the line. Now that we know why requirements matter, let's explore some techniques for gathering them. It's like having a toolbox full of different tools for building our house. Each tool has its own purpose and helps us gather different types of information. Interviews. This is like having a conversation with our stakeholders. We can ask them open-ended questions to understand their needs and expectations. Surveys. For gathering information from a larger group, we can use surveys. These are like questionnaires that help us collect data quickly. Workshops. Imagine getting everyone together in a room to brainstorm and discuss requirements. This collaborative approach helps build consensus. Observation. Sometimes the best way to understand a problem is to observe users in their natural environment. It's like watching how people use a kitchen to learn what works and what doesn't. Prototyping. Building a simple, interactive model of the software can help us get early feedback and refine requirements. Use cases. These are stories that describe how users will interact with the software in different scenarios. It's like writing little plays with characters, actions, and goals. Document review. Sometimes valuable information is hiding in existing documents like user manuals or reports. Brainstorming. Gathering a group of people to generate ideas and solutions can uncover hidden requirements and spark creativity. By using a combination of these techniques, we can gather a comprehensive set of requirements and ensure we're building the right software for our users. Gathering requirements isn't always easy. It's like encountering unexpected obstacles during our construction project. Here are some common challenges we might face. Stakeholder involvement. Getting everyone on board and participating can be tricky. People are busy, and sometimes it's hard to get their time and attention. Communication barriers. Just like speaking different languages, sometimes it's hard to understand each other's jargon or technical terms. Changing requirements. Remember that recipe analogy? Sometimes we need to adjust the ingredients or quantities as we go along. Requirements can change due to new information, market trends, or evolving user needs. Unclear needs. Sometimes stakeholders don't know what they want or have difficulty articulating their needs. It's like asking someone to describe their dream house without showing them any pictures. Time limits. Projects often have deadlines. which can put pressure on the requirement elicitation process. Being aware of these challenges helps us anticipate and address them effectively. Remember, communication is key. By being patient, flexible, and proactive, we can overcome these hurdles and keep our project on track. Section 5. Smooth sailing. Best practices for success. Just like having a skilled construction crew makes building a house smoother, following best practices can really make requirement elicitation more effective. Here are some tips. First, talk to stakeholders early and often. Don't wait until the last minute to involve stakeholders. The sooner we start gathering their input, the better. Next, use a variety of techniques. Since different techniques work better in different situations, it's a bit like having a variety of tools in our toolbox. Also, make clear and concise notes. We definitely don't want to forget any important details, so it's crucial to document everything carefully. Then, validate and verify requirements. We want to make sure the requirements are clear, complete, and testable. No ambiguity in our blueprints. And finally, be flexible and adaptable, because requirements can change, so it's important to be adaptable and adjust our plans accordingly. By following these best practices, we can ensure we're gathering the right requirements and really setting our project up for success. Section 6. All hands on deck, joint application design, or JAD. Imagine a big meeting where stakeholders and experts gather to discuss and define software requirements together. That's joint application design in a nutshell. It's sort of like a focused workshop designed to accelerate the requirement elicitation process. JAD brings together all the key players in one room, including users, developers, managers, and subject matter experts. This approach really fosters collaboration and ensures that everyone's voice is heard. During a JAD session, participants engage in structured discussions, brainstorming activities, and prototyping exercises to clarify requirements and resolve any conflicts or ambiguities. JAD offers several benefits. It speeds up the requirement gathering process, reduces the likelihood of misunderstandings, and promotes a sense of ownership among stakeholders. However, JAD also has its challenges. It requires significant time commitment from all participants, effective facilitation to ensure productive discussions, and careful planning to cover all necessary topics. Overall, JAD is a valuable technique for complex projects where collaboration and stakeholder buy-in are crucial. It's almost like having a team-building exercise while also defining our software blueprints. Section 7. Pieces of the puzzle. A framework for understanding needs. Imagine a puzzle where each piece represents a different aspect of software quality. The pieces framework helps us analyze and categorize user needs, making sure we address all aspects of a successful system. So, Pieces stands for performance. How fast and responsive does the software need to be? Information. What data needs to be stored, processed, and displayed? Economics. What are the budget constraints and expected return on investment? Control. What security measures and user permissions are required? Efficiency. How can we optimize workflows and reduce manual effort? And service. How will the software be supported and maintained after launch? By asking questions related to each piece's element, we can uncover hidden requirements and gain a holistic understanding of user needs. For example, we might ask questions like, how many users will be accessing the system simultaneously for performance? Or what reports and dashboards do users need to make informed decisions for information? Or even, can we automate any tasks to improve efficiency? For efficiency. The Pieces framework provides a structured approach to requirement elicitation, ensuring we consider all critical aspects of software quality. But it's important to remember that not all Pieces elements are equally important for every project. We need to prioritize based on the specific context and stakeholder needs. Section 8. Conclusion. Better software starts with you. Just like a sturdy house starts with strong blueprints, successful software development really relies on effective requirement elicitation. By understanding user needs, communicating clearly, and using the right tools and techniques, we can set our projects up for success. Remember, gathering requirements is an ongoing process. It's not a one-time event, but rather a continuous conversation with stakeholders. So, be prepared to iterate, adapt, and refine requirements as the project evolves. Think like a scientist. Ask questions, be curious, and never stop exploring ways to improve your understanding of user needs. By embracing the principles of requirement elicitation, you can contribute to building software that is not only functional, but also useful, enjoyable, and impactful.